Big group substitution now for Minnesota. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Edwards. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Shoots over Kuzma. Right block shot. That misses off the backboard. And here's Lillard, who brings it up for the Bucks. ADB, one thing about Kyle Kuzma, at 6'9", he is a big wing.
Well, what I love about him, Kevin, is that he's such a strong shooter. He can bang in the post if you need him to. He always puts up solid rebounding numbers. And I think the final piece we've seen him developing is his ability to distribute the basketball. Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Trent with the wide open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Bucks leading by 4. Pass to Lillard. Trent, left side. The three-pointer, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Out to Conley. DiVincenzo with it. Outside for Randall. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Edwards. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. Outside, Antetokounmpo. From downtown, Minnesota with the rebound. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that game time. Hey, David, thank you. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
What you love about Rudy Gobert is he understands his strengths and where he can impact the game. That is primarily on the defensive end, but also as a screen setter offensively.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
Kuzma outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Timberwolves trail. Pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Back to Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
Lillard, right side. Puts up a deep 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easiness.
Inside. Here's Gobert. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Here's Edwards. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Minnesota in the lead. Conley with it. Picked up by Portis. Gobert in the corner. Here's Edwards. Takes it inside. And Edwards slams it in.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards on that drive. Look out.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Conley. It's good. Conley's got 6. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Outside, Green. Back to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, some way, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat. And it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Awards more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Here's Edwards. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Taurean Prince.
How about the body control from Anthony Edwards? Just so good at using that frame to get through the teeth of the defense.
Porter. Gobert pulls it in.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Back to Prince. And again, the Bucks miss. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. It's Randle with the drive. And then Randle slams it in.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
Prince outside. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Prince has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to talk to his guys. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Got a piece of it. Out to the right wing. Lillard with no one around. And again, it's Milwaukee converting. Timberwolves leading by 4. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to. Just making it clockwork. Them continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those two guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report. To the inside with the fadeaway. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Oh! Is Dame trying to get in the dunk contest? Looked like it on that incredible finish.
Randall outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. 4 on the shot clock. And stolen by Lillard. Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Throw down from Kyle Kuzma, a level of aggression.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got 5.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Timberwolves making a change here. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Here come your Bucks breakers. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Bucks trail by 7. Outside Portis. drills the three-pointer. Portis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. The Timberwolves on top, leading by 4.
Timberwolves, 46.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Left side, out of the Kumbo. Using his size, Giannis!
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. Now, with the game in the balance, he had some encouraging words for his team. He said, this is what we wanted. We thought if we kept it close, we could pull it out. Now let's go out there and do just that. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Gobert, no good. Lillard attacking. And Kuzma has it in the corner to tie it up. Minnesota with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
McDaniels in the post. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Randall. Basket good. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Minnesota.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And that one's good by Lopez. Lopez has got his first points in this one.
Just taking what the defense allows. I mean, nice recognition there by Lopez. This guy has seen it all.
Back to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Bucks trailed by 4. Here's Lillard. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Oh, Edwards!
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Trent, right side. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Timberwolves trail. Knocked away. Pass to Lopez. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, my goodness. Giannis Lopez with a big-time delivery from the big man.
And just miss after miss right now. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Edwards with it. Outguarded by Giannis. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 5.
And that's a great job by Giannis of altering the shot.
No good that time. Lillard left side. Goes up on the high post. And off the front, and in it goes. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. .52 seconds left in the game. Back to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way. This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the Bucks with possession here. 4-point game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Minnesota foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Second team foul.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
Conley. It falls. And now they trail by just 4.
That's just being a pro. Conley understanding the moment and rising to the occasion.
And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Now they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And for a 7-footer, Brook Lopez is pretty versatile. You get all the defensive impact you'd expect, but he can also consistently score on all 3 levels.
Gobert trying to get open, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in. And stolen by Lillard. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
Long range from the inbound. Yep, it's good. So no problem for Milwaukee as they...
Like I don't got my own. Cut off on an island. Both our phones on silent. Like what you heard about me, you gotta come and try this. Baby. These head Look every man eye to eye, I don't fear them. These little that worse than me. I ain't by my other purse in a minute. I ain't take a pre to Turks in a minute. I ain't put no in a minute. I ain't been on earth in a minute. I always talk to God, but I ain't been to church in a minute.
It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Minnesota Timberwolves. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Here's Gordon, up and in on the layup. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now here's Edwards, and he gets it to go.
And this is exactly what you want Edwards to do, using his athleticism to score on tough defense inside.
Murray with the bounce pass. Here's Gordon, and he uses the glass on the layup. Gordon's got his second basket of the game.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Back to Edwards. To the paint. Lock at 6. Jokic with the steal. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back.
Yeah, you know, Jokic has such active hands and really good anticipation. For a big guy, he comes up with a lot of steals.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Edwards, no good. Quick start for the Nuggets in this one. A 4-point game. Left side, Porter. Pass to Jokic. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
This is exactly how you should use Jokic in these situations. Feed that beast inside.
And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside. Uh-oh. Changed his mind on the way up and tricked himself.
Outside, Porter. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Timeout.
Sweet little floater.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that. If you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Gordon over to help. Here's Randall, and that one's on target from the wing.
You know, Randall has a nice package. He's got a good touch, good mechanics, and he's a capable mid-range shooter.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Clark, what we appreciate, for some players, success can change them, but not for Jokic. He seems like the same guy.
He certainly does, boy, and he is special. He is so much fun to watch. Seems to be even-keeled and down to earth, but his game is heaven sent for sure.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
And it goes down 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jokic has got 7 points.
Boy, nice read by Porter Jr. that time, scanning the floor and getting his teammates involved.
Outside Edwards. Here he goes. Out to Conley. Randall with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. And finished off by Gobert.
This is what the team relies on Gobert for, clearing the glass and finishing the play.
And Jokic throws it down.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Pass to Westbrook. Here's Murray. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing. He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And so it's Denver in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Here's McDaniels. Carries it down low. McDaniels got his first 2 points. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Back to Reed. Sharks grabs the board.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it's all said and done. Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
He's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Pass to Reed. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Now here's Westbrook. Porter in the corner. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Sweet move by Porter Jr. Getting around the contact and finding the hoop.
And finished off by McDaniel.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And again, Minnesota will turn it over.
Substitution on the court.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And it's Murray with the jam.
Left the defender stunned, stupefied. Murray with magnetic handles.
And he drives in. The shot's good from DiVincenzo. Here's Westbrook. Murray scanning the floor. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
When Naz Reid is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections, he goes after loose balls, he gets you extra possessions on the glass, he steps in and takes. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Denver shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season. Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Gobert. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Gobert's got his second basket.
And Conley's so good at running the offense. Does a nice job hitting guys in their spots.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
That's amazing play down in the big boy area. Powering that thing down on a much taller defender.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather. And maybe just one or two things to talk about. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Conley to the inside. Plays it up and banks it in.
Right there, Conley working his magic inside. He is crafty near the rack.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Conley gets the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Here's Westbrook. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Westbrook's got 6.
just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact. So he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
And finished off by Gobert.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
.40 seconds left from the first half of basketball. Back to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Wide open look. And that one off the back of the rim and in. He's got 11.
What's really cool about Jokic is that he's just as effective working off the ball. He's ready to shoot when he catches it.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for Denver. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Timberwolves trail by 14. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Off target from outside. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 13.
Tonight it's been all Joker all the time. He's been pouring it on here.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Takes a three, sinks the three-pointer. He's got 9.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Porter. Stolen by McDaniels. Inside. Jokic with it. 13 points in the game. And that one, good.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Timberwolves trail.
Ain't no falling off. I done put 2 million up. Ain't no falling off. I done put 2 million up. Catches at the light. Like, ain't no light at the. You ain't big enough. Know them youngins mean benders when they in their rental truck. They gon' spin till they dizzy or to pick them up. I've been focused on this pay. Coming out retirement, the dead play. No man's with a. He don't pay, I make him pay. I can stop the day with what I made today. Probably won't admit it, but I paid the way. Who else you know made all these millions and ain't signed no papers? Never made a statement. Wasn't there when we was rapping in the basement. They was throwing parties, we was the house party. We misbehave. Gotta keep an eye on my slim, cause he's shady. He ain't know what he was doing. I had to school, teach you how to turn. I'm a tutor. How you jumping out of foreign pockets filled with all. I'm riding with a cougar, red and green Gucci sweater on, just like Freddy Krueger. Everybody around me family. We don't do recruiting. Everybody around me, ain't no telling who. Tell promoters book me. We gon' come and make a movie. All my friends got me riding with the. Got some on the way. Told Brody. Went to and he lost, and they gave him all day. Collect card, pick it up, feel him smiling through the phone. Told me keep my feet on his till he come home. You know it's on. If we locked in, ain't no switching up. Brody came home, went to pick him up. My mans, I'm riding with a picture of. Shoot back to the crib, went to track hard, got it tinted up. Cardi my, now he in a. Ain't no falling off. I done put 2 million up. Ain't no falling off. I done put 2 million up.
Que saber caerse, aquí no hay que saber quitarse, pero sí ponerse, no hay que saber bailar, pero sí moverse, envolverse al 100, con el por ciento 100, porque ya nadie hace el bien, sin mirar a quién, que me dejó la fama, me monté en el tren y vida buena no rima, pero suena bien, pero ya esta es mi prioridad, por eso me presido la mañana con la Trinidad, aceptar la realidad, para mejorar tu realidad, con dignidad y someter el divorcio. Mi seguridad, en la vista y la agilidad de darle prioridad a la prioridad en mi comunidad. En que siembra la maldad siempre va a cosechar maldad. Es muy fácil en joya a aplicar la humildad. Cállate con ira, no se olvida, pero es suicida cuando en tu vida que puede esconderse la verdad. El amor es ciego, pero encuentra la felicidad. El amor es ciego, pero encuentra la felicidad. Si no entendieran, calladito en entero, el vicio de Tauro y como a un amigo ajeno les acuerde, porque no mucho trabajo ni poco empleo, son con cautela el desempleo, con cautela porque cargar sopa todo y fileo, tratar con Alzheimer y con amnesia. Hay que recuerda que busque anestesia. Me recordará. Me recordará. La verdad.
And the shot's good.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, it's still a little too close for comfort.
That one goes in.
Well, with a high release point, Jason Tatum can become under less on the interior. That's nice.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Stolen by Thompson. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And the call will be against Alperen Şengün. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Holiday. He shoots it. Thompson pulls it in.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Puts it up from 12. Here's Şengün. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Celtics trail by 9. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Guys, how about that body control from Porzingis? You think it's easy as 7'3" to gut your way through that kind of contact? That's nice.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
Thompson, that's good.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
There's a minute 47 left now in the first quarter. Right side Brown. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Well, you like seeing Jaylen Brown score the ball. This guy playing very well within the context of the offense.
And he's headed to the line for two. He gets the whistle there. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
ABA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Here's Horford. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
The open shot by Brooks. And the Rockets tack on 2 more.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Brooks from outside. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics trail by 11. It's Brown on the wing. Over Green. Brown, no good. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Good work there as it goes. Şengün's got 6.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Şengün. Goes back up. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Rockets ahead, up by 11. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Rockets here, they've really been putting on a show.
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Tatum with it. And it's Şengün picking him up. Back to Tatum. Pass to Shireman. Clock at 4. Oh, Adams with the block.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sends it back.
Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there are still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, BA, and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
Pure from three-point range.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Outside, Green. Adams a screen. There's the triple. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Substitutions for the Celtics.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with poor salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Here's Thompson. It's stolen by Holiday. White looking it over. Outside Porzingis. Down low. Okay, do it, KP.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
Thompson with it. Guarded now by Holiday. Pass to Brooks. No good on the shot. Nice D from Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 8. And here the second quarter of action. Just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Brooks. Brown with some nice D.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. And here we go, the Rockets in transition.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
Left side, Brown. Pass to Tatum.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Clock at 6. And he gets the jumper to drop. Holiday's got his second basket.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
And here's Green from the arc. Drops in the 3. Green's got 5 points.
Using the pick there, Green saw the opening and let it fly.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Here's White. It's hauled in by Houston. Outside, Green. Adams a screen. Pass to Şengün. And here's Green from the arc. And Houston another 3.
You love the confidence Green has. He wastes no time going up with the shot.
Brown can't hit. The Rockets lead by 11. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Assisted.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Tatum inside. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Offensive rebound. Here's Şengün. And so it's Houston closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. We'll be back in a moment. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And Boston has possession. 11-point game. Right side Tatum. Outside Brown. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Norris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
And the basket by Holiday.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Thompson outside. Adams a screen. Thompson with it. Picked up by Tatum.
And you see the tight handles from Thompson. He can break defenders down in pick and roll, ISO, you name it.
Pass to Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Şengün. Boston pulls it in. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Up top, Şengün. Wide open look. Porzingis grabs the board.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Fast break, here come the Rockets. It's stolen by Tatum. White on the wing. From outside the arc. Knocks down the long J. White got his first 3 points of the game.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
And counted from 19 feet away. Brooks has got 12.
Yeah, I know the guys love to see Brooks get in a groove like this. It gets the whole team fired up. They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Right side Green. Pass to Thompson. Here's Şengün. Back to Thompson. Outside, Green. 5 on the clock. 14 feet away.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Green. Pass to Brooks. Şengün with it. The three. Count it. That's his 6th field goal in 12 tries.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
It's time for some t-shirts. Make some noise, fans.
Teams deciding to change it up. 1:33 left in the third quarter. White for three. Boston no good that time either. Houston leading by 7. Inside. Here's Green. Boston pulls it in.
Great contest by the defender. That's a dunk you got to put down in his face.
White, good.
You have to have a quick release in the catch-and-shoot game. Otherwise, you allow the defender to catch up. Derek White's like, no, sir, I'm putting this one home.
Pass to Green. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Holiday grabs the miss. There's 48 seconds left in the third. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Yeah, good execution in close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
The 3 ball. That shot missing. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Trailing by 2.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
30 seconds left in the third quarter here. Pass to Porzingis for the tie. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And that one's good.
Yes, slashing toward the hoop. Whitmore not hesitating when he sees an opportunity.
Now White. Whitmore defending. Kick out to Brown. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Tie game in Boston. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Van Vliet with it. Pass to Smith. Over Craig. A nice shot by Smith. Smith's got his first basket.
This is Smith's game. Set him up and he'll knock him down.
And here's Horford. And out of bounds. Houston will have it. Houston in the lead. Here's Van Vliet. Three-pointer. Drains the triple. Van Vliet's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Tatum. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Well, there's a mix of strength and agility that Jason Tatum is taking advantage of. Nice work in there.
Van Vliet. Basket counts. And the Rockets lead by 5.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. To the paint. Here's Horford. Oh, getting it done. Horford gets it to go.
Al Horford just goes about his business, and that's an easy opportunity right there.
Outside, Green puts up a 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Celtics trail by 3. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Horford can't hit. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Here's Thompson. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
And Allie, thanks. Kick out to Brown. Back to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. 4 on the clock. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Soy un cuerpo, tengo conexiones y BMs y cosas para conectar. Quieres ir a Juan, porque tengo un rango en rango y tengo el género agarrado por el mango. Se me correa, con los venenos en su riega. Superas conmigo y mañana te verás de bodiendo. Más de dentro el ritmo, toda pantalla no me soporte. Me tengo mi palo detrás del high como que me electrocuta. Abro la boca y todo que suelto suena y te apunta. Y el no me the only one, I know the one and only. Me dice focus, sigue los más. Ando los leonitos, está lo oscuro que la gente se espera. Yo estoy pegado, no he invertido ni un bello en mi carrera. Así que todo el tiempo y soy y si te pone todo mi vida, saber que soy un pario. Así que todo el tiempo y soy y si te pone todo mi vida, saber que soy un pario. Yo jangueo en los Miami con el nene con su gloria. Paparazzi me persiguen y por mi foto la matonía en la alfombra y mi puro vanagloria. No se me caigan que si no hay noticias, si buscas en el diccionario la madre no dice, me dirán que estoy palteada, tirando mis cenizas, tirando a la calle a los dementes que hacen esa, que no han sido humilde pero bien de callejón, fuera, llegó la hora de la secuela, yo soy la jefa de la guerra y de la doble escuela. Así que todo el tiempo diario, humilde por Dios que barrio, y soy nací. Y si te pones conmigo, debes saber que soy un guardia. Así que yo te llevo a diario. Un perdón que yo te doy. Y solo nací. Y si te pones conmigo, debes saber que soy un guardia. Un ángel de la guarda que me sube en mis espaldas y de todo me salva. Guario. Se lo crea, se lo grito en la frase. Perdió mil deseos, a muerte y a tu base. Me recuerdo, me puse el cinturón, prendí las luces, empecé el chambón y en los portales recordarse. Porque no sé que cuando el sueño se te estrelle, recuerda solo servirás a el rey de reyes, no te enfoques, de que el tiempo se te desenroque y te mires perdido como mariposas en el bosque. Vivo, no me acuerdo, no acuerdo, soy murder. I was like me, you never heard that. No cuenta, están cambiando China por careta, bro, te vas a escuchar. Que voy a hacer cabo de danzo, cierra la memoria. Ahora nunca salgo sin la L-O-C-K. Tú me conoces, mucho bla bla y tirado siempre te da la barrotera. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Estás enfadado? Así que yo lo llevo a diario. Humilde porque yo soy de barrio. Y solo porque solo nací. Y si te pones conmigo, debes saber que soy barrio. Así que yo lo llevo a diario. Humilde porque yo soy de barrio. Y solo porque solo nací. Y si te pones conmigo, debes saber que soy un barrio. In between, no sé qué, bajando solo puro, la carne. Ellos vuelcan, tranquilo, guay. Tú sabes cómo es eso. You know what I mean? I walk right like ink. Las tu mirada, la white and lion. Ellos con calma, ellos no conceden que no creen.
It's the Eastern Conference on Boston. It's the home of the welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Two Sports as we get set to bring you NBA action. Hi everyone.
No paro cambió mí, yo no soy tú. El juego es mi dibujos que trae las cartas a Jesús. Mejor se despejada que el tiempo lo borre todo. Tesoros escondidos del robo, no piquen oro. El odio lleno de odio. El diablo Dios, los pecados son míos. Solo yo absorbo el tiempo, desganado pensamiento. Sigo cuerpo contento. Intenso ser amable y fracaso en el intento. No te opuesto, son lamentos que suelen. No importa que suelen volverte para siempre. El alma dice tu regreso. No eres progreso, pero el peso de tu presencia pesa. Y solo eso, calma, me alivia, me cambia, me pone el colmado. No seas arrogante, cuéntame de tu pasado. Identifícame como diablo, llegaste a mi mano. No fui el culpable, quito rico de mi hermano que dejó su rico aroma en los bloqueados. En los bloqueados. Parado en el desierto, consciente de vivo muerto. Prefiero ser que salga a ver y tener el mismo momento. Balanza de justicia con identidad ficticia. Mi apología empezó aquel día que nació la ironía. Mía, viene el camino, pares confusos, ángulos obtusos al uso de mis abusos, malos usos, de vocablo y de confianza, por amor a la calle, hoy yo soy digno de una fianza. Avanza, 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 tú no descansa, las máquinas son máquinas y sin embargo se cansan. Pausa, déjame a capela, miro la vela, me emociona el destello, de calor de la candela, el tiempo vuela, recuerdo mis días de escuela, sentí un dolor de muela, el aroma del café y los hijos para recreo que me daba mi abuela. Muy joven, perdí a mi madre, no tuve padre, siempre un grupo baile, hice reto alde, cada vez mi pana que tú haces alarde, mejor de que ya sé, mejor debes callarte, no tienes arte, partir en parte, ya me hanché, ya me hanché. Después de esta melodía, recuerdo aquel día que me encontraba comprando el pan de cada día. Y no era por el pan, sino por el papel que lo envolvía. Él fue mi compañía día tras día. Que llenó mi mente cuando estaba vacía. Y quien la mantenía en alegría. Pero todo hasta un día que me paró la policía. Y me encontraron lo que viento me envolvía. Desde ese entonces no cambió a sufrimiento lo que antes era alegría. Háblame, papel colmado, no seas arrogante contra mi pasado. Háblame, papel colmado, no seas arrogante contra mi pasado.
Excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call for 8 seconds.
Oye, el universo existe y no soy capaz de vivir. Depende uno siempre, depende más de vestir como la ves. En la escuela política, así siempre estuvo siendo por el protocolo. Yo te cansé, pero es por el museo. Siento que está culpándonos, ahogándonos, dando por ti que no me mándonos. Eso te vuelve de sangre. Podría ser que vuelve de cabeza con trampa. Pero para que mi hija no te pase hambre, por eso tiene que matarme. Y me deseo que te boca para afuera. Por eso me pongo seco en la piedra. Yo no tengo culpa de tu fracaso, payaso. Dame por si tú no hagas caso. Solo no te sientes y tú me como tu chica que me tiene. Pa' que mi cebra ni la plaza. Si te quieres no me estás. Yo sé de tirar para. Acabo y sé que es un capana. Le quiero sonar con tu jefe tan sangrana. El día que no le dabas nada, papá. Que yo no sé que yo sé de tirar para. Acabo y sé que es un capana. Le quiero poner con su jefe tan sangrana. El día que no le dabas nada, papá. Que tú vengas de tirar con un salvaje, el personaje que se enfrente al sabotaje, para que pueda comer candidaje. Acción de mar no da para, cuando el aceite se separa, muchos pistas, alma, mucho pintis, de la boca salen un quieto como seres, son cigarrillos y todo para ojos, llevan un año tratando de maldición, se compara con las letras mías, porque viven en la isla, pero de la fantasía. No se termina con el estilo. Nosotros empezamos con el papelero. Mi sueño es ser primero. Acá buscamos mi primero. Este príncipe de la victoria. En Puerto Rico, en el mundo de victoria. Haciendo cosas diferentes. Porque yo no te pego, pero le gusto a la gente. Porque yo sé de enterar para. Se acabó el fake y sus gafas. Le queda cosa con sus hechas tan sangradas. Yo digo que no me dabas nada, papá. Que yo sé de tirar para. Se acabó el aceite y sus campanas. Y que la puede con su jefe tan sangrana. Yo digo que no me dabas nada, papá. Y que sepa que tiene vuela, más clásico que en la escuela. El arquitecto de la vieja escuela. Y se cancelan los planes de los que me celan. Ahora vamos a ver si el café. Pero eso con el eco me puso. Que tú sabes que he dicho más juntos que si tú. De todas las manos. Ahora contra la mía se te gastan. Los chicos se agotan con los misas. Está fuera, el sol está al suelo. Está con nosotros, cacharista por video. Cuando consiga se resbale. Obligado de peca que se le vira la cabeza. Gobierno, escúchame mis ideas. Te tengo límite para de destrozarte si te lo dejas. Me voy a mostrarte tan las rejas, pero ahora estoy afuera. En mi defecto no me acompleja. Cosas pica, pica, pica. Pica, pica. Me ganan mi carrera. Y mira que se le explica. Practica. Esa no me complaza en la que critica. De reloj pa' que no pueden tirar para nada. Se apaga. Y es que la cosa con su gente tan sangrada. Y yo que no te va a dar papá. Ella no se va que ellos quieren tirar para nada. Abuela se quiso apaga. Y es que la cosa con su gente tan sangrada. Y yo que no te va a dar papá.
Celtics out in front. With this second quarter of basketball. Not exactly being neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. Something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept the start. In their first 7 seasons as a team, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
The kick out to Tatum.
Que tengo la mente de un mal conmigo, aquí ahora el suficiente mío. Y seguir apartando hambre porque no quiere lo mío, porque quiere problemas, entonces le damos problemas. Es que estamos demasiado adelantados del sistema. Aquí tenemos gente que por dar una payola se tiran allá en tu blog y te guindan por la bola. Si tú pegaste un tema, tal vez suele carambola y los pobres tienen que sostener y chinola, pero con un toque diferente. No viene siendo la universidad de todos los delincuentes, es pasado hijos que no sea joven el presente, el partido no requiere ningún componente. Música y problemas donde tienen de más y te meten en este fogón te quema, quema. Dominen en el si no queremos tenemos problemas. Música y problemas para los que no tienen de más y te pasan por nosotros que te quieren. Oye, la gente ven y deja ya mi lema, parece demasiado, muy adelantado. Tenemos ahorita más un atentado, se han equivocado porque ninguno supieron leer. Dejen su mediante marchar de correr su leve, tengo un campo por volar para partir la ley. Alguien venga vigilador, soy el emperador del predador en esta clase, profesor de la clase. Tú sabes cuando daban de leche, ya mi cuerpo flota y después ya me traje. Baja encapuchado para que no me reconozca. Trávense palomos voy soltando a la nota. A los chivacos le van por la boca y a los búfalos vamos a enterrar debajo de una roca. Toca porque ya te puse en tu servicio. Guanajo te claro que tú te envicio. Te vamos a mirar de un edificio con precipicio y el Coca-Cola de orificio. Música y problemas ahora me tienen de más y te meten en el fogón te quema, quema. Domina en el lugar de mis temas si no quieres morir tenemos temas. Música y problemas para los que no tienen de más y te pagas con las cosas que te queman. Oye, manito, ven y deja ya mi tema, parezco paseado, voy a pensar para que tema. Música y problemas para los que tienen tema. Un precanto, le llegaste, no es de me escucho, la pared sucia, haciendo puya, y el mago corista, el mago mandará, que hacemos malia, pero como una recompensa. El chiquito son, el que viene aquí, produciendo, la Music Company, zorro gracias, puñalón, le llegaste, en los que.
And the 3-off target. Celtics trailed by 10. Down low. Here's Tatum. Rebounded by Hauser.
Vaya ahora en el patio. Yo te volví el trapero, pegaron este juego a mí, yo no soy una cura. Ponle el chavo con tú, que yo le voy a poner la cotorra, préndetela. Soy para en persona, no nada más en las redes. Te juro me lo temi, ubícame la cartiele. Ellos montan pila y coño no conocen, me llenan una compimia en el closet de ustedes y no me digan que no, que yo sé que la pico lo que llevo los vestidos, y soy yo con los pisos. Ya no para de escuchar bacanito, yo te llevo los gastos, que el pupelito y me dice, quiere que la digo que soy un asesino, quiere que la digo que soy un asesino, vaya, quiere que la digo que soy un asesino, quiere que la digo que soy un asesino, quiere que la digo que soy un asesino, pero canino la voz de camino, después no diga que te pelo el culo, mira, ni tampoco mira, joder, cuando sigo, mírame, Papi todavía dejó la music. En la sesión con Fokker mínimo boliste tú. Hablando bien la pieza que te lava Lucy. Y ahora no te cache con jacuzzi. Lo mío no es de boca, digo lo que nadie dice. La trancavilla se quiere que el canto le pise. Pongo el siguiente de lo que voy a escondite. La que va a picar conmigo. No me lo me dices. El movimiento está aquí. Bueno, músico huele al tito. Y ya me dijo papi. Porque está de polvillo ves que te pone. Yo no le compro. El movimiento está aquí. Bueno, como huele al tito. Y ya me dijo papi. Pregunta de polvillo ves que te pone. Yo no le como ni te llevo un cabello. Y como el que el portachón. Y lo y su panada. No. Michael Lopa. Yo a ti te barro sin escoba. Para el villano y viejo para la papi amor. Son no preguntitos ni con código que roba y te han picado más de 3 novias porque no pueden los gatines. Ya me saben, son nunca da oferta. No se pierda la gente lo que te acuerda. Pero el cachete que no cante la chaqueta. Yo no sabía yo la perdí una final de la libreta. Yo puedo dar la creta. Y yo dando carpeta desde el tiempo que Picho estaba rodando en usted. Y yo, olvídame la pequeña. Me siento, a lo que es el feo en por ahí viene enero y no llegaron ni en diciembre. Ahí viene enero y no llegaron ni a diciembre. Ando con la que no se encaquilla, con la bermuda por la rodilla y probando el Suzuki, que ya le monté su cuarto de niña. Con lo que anda no se doblan, son varillas y con los 2 ojos pagados por culpa de la pastilla. Fueron que entregue, lo miraron que entregue, y llegaron a saber que van como los porque tengo no lo controlo con los solo de la prenda, porque hay mucho malocoros, se me sale la mitad PCB y no colaboro. Me queda platicando con colo, tocando que yo llego, los cueros me entregan el cielo. Me quité la prenda, porque hay mucho malocoros. Me quité la prenda, porque hay mucho malocoros. Me quité la prenda, porque hay mucho malocoros. Tocando que yo llego, los cueros me entregan solo. Me quité la prenda, me quité la prenda, me quité la prenda, porque hay mucho malocoros. Me quité la prenda, me quité la prenda. Tocando que yo llego, los cueros me entregan solo.
We'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Now here is Holiday.
Guys.
Patito, como si fuera bacano, mi amor, que está por la madre.
Yo no creo en esa vaina de estar hablando. Lo que yo voy a comprar, quiero verlo funcionando. Así que enséñame tú esa mercancía, sin las instrucciones, pero con la garantía. Yo quiero saber si me va a quitar la sed, si tú sabes que lo ves, si conmigo es que créame que soy de raza, olvídate del tipo estrella. Papi, yo soy tu galaxia, esa raza te despejo. Ponte pa' mí que yo inventé un intercambio corporal con talento. Vamos a un paquete de inversiones, traje la taquilla de guerra de todos sabores. No me cansaste yo, ni tu residencia. Sube tu potencia para que cambie tu frecuencia. Deje de ser de tu paciencia. Antes de que yo te limpio todo el video. Yo no creo que te lo haga tan fácil. Yo no creo que tú seas versátil. Desde que tú me quieras sorprender y que me sorprendido.
Eso no puedo romper. Yo tengo mi mamá, la mujer, donde quiera sola viene, mientras mucho ya prefiere lo que quieres o no quieres. Si yo te defiende, que vas a tu casa, conmigo te vienes.
Vamos a decir te puede hacer cualquier cosita ya. Yo sé que le gusta mi primero, la primera cita, manita.
Tú me gusta mamacita, que me gusta tu pique. te quiero llorar y me la vista, mami. Buena frega, buena malcriada, mi amor que yo me da. De tu grande esos columpios me quiero arreguintar. Lo mejor de esta era es bacano, fiesta. Vamos a matarlo y no va a ser con la fiesta. Ven pa' mi casa, no es Navidad, pero es noche buena. Tengo el telescopio que te pone a ver estrellas. Sin vergüenza soy quien es la boca llena de razón, porque mi idea nunca ha sido llena. Tu corazón no te suelto. Mami, si me lo diste, lo devuelvo. Si me subo, no me bajo. Y si me agarro, no me suelto. Por el pueblo pobre, estoy necesitando ayuda. Ven, mira mi situación, porque esta vaina sí está dura. Algo rápido que me dijiste. Se me va a acabar la saliva y tú cogiendo los chistes. Tengo un récord de radio duración y calzo 12. Luego con el Kama Sutra y yo no sé con la voz. Luego fácil.
Yo no creo que tú lo hagas tan fácil. Yo no creo que tú seas versátil. Yo desde que tú me quieras sorprender, termines sorprendido.
Suena un poco de gato. Yo te quiero para coger. Que ella solo viene y tú ya prefieres. ¿Qué quieres? Si tú quieres, si yo me quiero. Yo voy a tu casa, tú conmigo te vienes.
Vamos a ver si tú puedes hacerme cualquier cosita. Yo sé que te voy a permitir. Te pongo la primera vista, manita.
Conocerte, que me gusta mamacita.
Soy clara.
Que me gusta tu piquete. Te quiero llorar y me la vista, mamita. Ay, Melly Man.
Digo, tú no lo sabías. Póngase claro, Prince.
¿Qué dice?
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that coach. In his own head, not much he can do to try to push through. Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. I mean, he's having a great game, but his team is
It just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Holiday.
Lo que crees.
Jason Tatum making sure of that one.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it.
Tenemos una perfecta, quiero que le ven la cara. Podemos ver a bregamos como antes yo quitaba el cuerpo con papel y para así ya me dio los frente para que se le vaya cara. Para como siempre se falta fila de pichara. Tú no sabes en esta liga las taquillas son muy caras y de suerte la música vida que te cae. Usted me gane de pisarte en la cara. Pero la cosa si tú la plantas en calentón y no sé cómo para plantar aquí con ese trontón. Si tú no eres de esa venga aparentando que era un chiquerón que chiste rica y te meten adentro de un botellón. Que mi bebé no sabe que tienes de blanco, pero del que le tiro se queda callado y nunca me responde. Y me deja tan que ponen esto siempre está presento. La patrona y la prisión y la orden ya despaciento. Eso se habla porque el alma y habla del movimiento. Ustedes hay que meterlos en la punta del ayuntamiento. El mundo está claro, canto lo que represento. Y si se acaba en la palabra para el mapa, me lo invento. Yo te tengo con errores de hacer tu mayor tormento. Así como me metes con tu ahí me mata un presento. Como yo me hizo rap, como le son copio. Y dile al que me está tirando que yo no rapeo con los tigres. Porque a comandante y dije que era un digno. Es que un poco para más así con mi intento son. Es que no se calle yo de un verdadero. Es que un poco para más así con mi intento son. No quiero pero mato. No me lo mato. No me lo mato. Si tú no sueltes el intento. No me lo mato. No me lo mato. Y mato un poco para más que con ese tonto son. No soy la misma nuclear que tu gato va a detonar. Ellos quieren invitarme, no se parecen en sal. Tú dije no era chichario que estaba contra este rancho, pero vaya pa' paquete que es lo que te está picando. Tú no eres de abordando y de que te está pasando ni te rías porque nosotros no estamos relajando. Hay muchos que viven vos superando, pero no tiran para adelante por esos pocos que tengan que pintar. Cuando palomos le damos con un machete y el ojo. Qué maldito disparate porque tiró punto rojo. Con rojo te claro que me pasé. Si tú no vayas que hacer, te voy a regalar una más y me cosé. Y mi como quiso responder porque él sabe dónde dice peligro. Si miren que no se va a comer. Si me trajo Vicente la violadera de conejo que si te le doy que lea con mi cargo mariseo. El diablo no sabe por el diablo, sabe no por ciego. Ustedes valen menos un lugar de nuestro viejo. Los reflejos te fallan un botellazo de conejo. Y antes de que haya la calle mejor mírate al espejo. Ustedes lo que han vuelto una balche basurita. Nosotros limpiando vaca y ustedes café torcita. El efecto de la cama que nos tiene de visita. Pero el mundo la quiere pagar con el malo política. Así que no te comenzaste. y dice que no thank you para marcarse con este tonto. Ellos no se callen, yo soy un verdadero. Thank you para marcarse con este tonto. No quiero pero Macron, pero Macron, si tú no puedes ver el tonto, pero Macron, y más un poco para marcarse con este tonto. MVP de show, es que ella quiera, pero quiera para traje, la jaula estudio, la music.com, lo que resta, el centro, lineales, lo que es
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Celtics leading by 15. Out left to the wing. Hauser. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Hauser's got his first 3 points of the game.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Pass to Pritchard. And again, Boston with the triple.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Tatum, no good. Celtics trailed by 21. Now, here's Horford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Horford.
And how about the poise there by Horford? Lets the defender make the mistake, and now he's headed to the line.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Celtics leading by 19. Tatum on the wing. The kick out to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Hauser. Celtics trailed by 19. One-on-one here. Tatum deciding where to go with it. And stolen by White. Lobs it up there for White. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Here's Tatum. Brown outside. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Porzingis with the block, and they recover it. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Line, Kristaps Porzingis at the line, shooting 1.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
And here's Boston. They're on an 11-2 run. To the paint. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Fires from the line. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Boston. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
Come on, like, when Tatum's hitting the pull-up, what is the defense supposed to do at that point in time?
Sinks the triple.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And so it's Boston with it. There's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Tatum's got 10 points here in the second half.
The mechanics of Tatum's jumpers are so solid and allow him to shoot at will there.
A pass to Porzingis. And And the dunk by Porzingis.
And it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Inside. Screen by Porzingis. Here's Tatum. And he banks in the layup. Tatum's got 7 points for the quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
So it's the Celtics now.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Porzingis.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Here's the three. They get it back. Pass to Holiday. From downtown. And it's Jason Tatum with a three.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Count that one.
Okay, listen. Tatum can strike from anywhere. The mid-range is an open option for him at all times.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Nice move. Porzingis with the block. Lets a floater go. Taken away by Holiday. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Guys, what do you think?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Also, we've seen some wild finishes in our time. You can't afford to lose focus for just 1 second.
And your Celtics team. For Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
Tatum way outside. No good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks.
You better watch the way you talking to me. Hello? Come through with that fee, cause I ain't working for free. I got a bunch of bad, they all with me. I got love for my, put my neck on freeze. Who that said they with me right now? Who that said they my being honest? Ain't nobody my, I promise. Got a lot of options, but my is the hottest.
Shout out to my baby icy girl for the win. I'm Clark Kent in the nigga chin in the put a dent in the. I was born to sin. Her money good up water and I'm learning to swim. Work too, she ain't breaking them in. I just bought her a new, now she spin. I can't get the get with it, she sneaking it in. And she pleading the fit, cause she ain't see. And she setting all the trends, she ain't never on the fence. Gucci handbag, brother. What she spit was like your rent. Help your mans out, brother. He look broken in a. Watch your words too, I'm riding with a in a pit.
Boy, you better watch the way you talking to me. Hello? Come through with that fee, cause I ain't working for free. Hello? I got a bunch of bad, they all with me. I got love for my, put my neck on freeze. Who that said they with me right now? Who that said they my being honest? Ain't nobody my, I promise. Got a lot of options, but my is the hottest.
Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Here's Towns.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Here's Leonard. OG Anunoby making his last shot.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Now here's Towns. From deep, Brunson. It's hauled in by Zubac. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now here's Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. The shot, no good. Good D by Anunoby. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher. Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back for him in that same area.
The kick out to Towns. That 3 off the mark.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Powell. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
And they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. We'll try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard, Jalen Brunson, these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Harden. Takes it inside. Off target at the rim. Left side, Towns. Out to Brunson. Pass to Harden. Fires the 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
What a confident stroke from Jalen Brunson. This guy doesn't have to dominate with the ball in his hands.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Bogdanovich. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. 4-point game. Towns wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Los Angeles. Powell for three. They swipe it. Hart with it. And it's Harden picking him up.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Harden outside. Outside Bogdanovich. Here's Leonard. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Leonard is consistent at staying aggressive on the offensive end.
Here's Brunson. Here's Hart. The kick out to Towns. Sinks the three-pointer. Towns has got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
And Hart has it in the corner. Here's Towns. A shake. And the dunk by Towns.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And so it's the New York Knicks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big
19.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New York.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Here's Coffey. The 19-foot shot. Jones, no luck. Anunoby has the open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
The Knicks leading by 7. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David.
Oops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
The 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Anunoby's got 7 points in the game.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Just 5 on the clock. Driving the lane. The layup off target. New York leading by 10. Here's Hart. And here's Brunson outside. On the wing, Anunoby. pass to Brunson. New York moving it around. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, that's a strong finish. And Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the contest. We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has she shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Stolen by Harden. Powell, no one around him. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul.
Yeah.
John León produciendo los controles. Estela, nada contiene. Nuestro récord. Fíjalo, Music. Monkey, el negativo. Malta, la que el líder.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, Doris, no one has a bigger effect on a game than this great two-way player.
There's no question, Kevin, because of his length and savvy on the defensive end. He can swallow up individual offensive matchups. He's that good defensively. And then transition on the offensive end.
Calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over stretch. And the Clippers make a switch here. It'll be his second foul of the game.
Was an 11-year vet who also played eventually settled in as a
And he overshot that one, missing. Greenwich by 14. On the second between the shot clock and Bridges shot good.
Offensive player. Mikal Bridges is assertive and focused when he gets his close.
No good. Pass to Anunoby.
Antes que nada le brindo una explicación a aquella isla que tanto me ha servido de inspiración. No vine a faltar el respeto, una misión, la misma que ustedes tuvieran si alguien le insultara a Yankee o Calderón. Por su nación cometió hombre humilló de frente a mi clase, a la que se busca el dinero honradamente, que aunque a veces no hay ni para par de dientes, yo prefiero estar rodeado de gente pobre que está a un lado de pobre gente como tú, que bajo ella menosprecia el dolor de los hombres que llevan su hijo a la escuela en un motor, sin saber cuánto han luchado por brindarle algo mejor, sin saber si en ese asiento lleva un futuro doctor o piso. La clase que te adoptó desde chico, la clase que te dio un inicio comprando tu pico, lo que te alejaron de la calle y de vender perico. Te olvidaste que la gente pobre fue que te hizo rico, fucking mucho. Tienes mi razón para estar tirando, ya fue mucho. Lo que mi gente te está aguantando. Yo no estoy diciendo que tú no pises real, al contrario. Mira, decide que real te está pisando. Te veo bloqueando socios, se te cayó el ranking. Solo te tocó hacer forever en la sombra de Yankees, anti-fan, que nadie engaña tu falsa imagen corrupta y corregible. Te ya hacía 10 años por buena conducta, cambia ruta. Que no conocerme con tu ego, tu hermano tema con una semilla y que no le quedo. Ignórame ante el robo, desde luego. Nadie va a jugar la guerra con alguien para quien la guerra no es un juego, Rambo. Hoy le dedicas al alfa tus santas frases y tu legendaria voz. Qué vergüenza me da tú. Un señor que nunca ha ganado, ha peleado con dioses y intentando son feroces. Le tira y de ponte más incorregible. Tú no querías enfrentarte, porque tú le tiras, quien sabe que no va a responderte. Mejor tírale a alguien fuerte que te pueda dar la talla. A pensar que tú quieres ganar tu primera batalla, qué canalla. Pasaste de guerrera a mujerzuela, deja de buscar sonido, socio, en los zapatos residentes con Cuyuela, tu carrera se quedó pegada debajo de sus suelas, esa secuela, te tiene trastornado, buscando ensuciar el futuro del alfa y en tu nombre lo que has ensuciado, qué vergüenza por lo que no has inspirado, vete a querer lucir como un hombre nuevo y parece un niño mal obligado, te veo desubicado, rumbo a la locura, cuando usas tus redes para echarle basura, la falta de atención a tu proyecto que te tienen amargura y quieres censurarlo porque no te hacen un sin censura, te pulsas de tu cultura. Por tu falta de raciocinio se te fue el rating y llenó el patrocinio. Y ahora con música y con bullying en las redes ya se pierde el dominio. Tempo lleno el tempo te parece que es dominio. No, yo no te busco socio, yo entiendo tu estado. Cualquiera buscará pauta si pasara tu proceso. Pasaste más años preso que lo que tenía pegado. Ella tiene más años sin pegar que el que duraste preso. Y yo me olvidé con eso. El que tu vuelva de yo te siendo ambiente desde que abre la bocota. Que renaciste como Nicky Jam, mi hermano, la gente no idiota. Pues si tú no ves Fénix, si tú no llegas ni a gaviota, ten cuidado con quien te anota. Los menores quieren guerra, demasiado talento, la misma cualquiera te tierra. Yo sé que hubo un tiempo que tuviste la tierra a tu pie, pero ese tiempo pasaste, viniendo de los pies en la tierra. Tú no eres nadie, vi, y tú no te ofende a mi país, mi guerrero dominicano. Con la bandera en el pecho, del sol a tu padre. Tú no eres nadie, vi, ni tú ni nadie ofende a mi país, mi guerrero dominicano. Con la bandera en el pecho, del sol a tu padre. Un consejo a mis viejos sin experiencia. ¿Cuántos menores te han tirado pidiendo los fichos en tu presencia? Nunca le diga a la mona que nace su diligencia. Que tú disfrutando tu propia audiencia. Pero por eso insurgencia como el barco. No te digo, mi defensa que quiero perderse. Puedo perder, tengo que igualmente. Si me quieren de partido, si me matan, que comparte, porque sabe cómo somos. Que nos quedamos brillando porque necesitamos. No, no sigo un pico y limona. Que me cierre la boca y te voy a hacer lo que me toca. Que te copie a mí. Con la cabeza fría, por el hacer consciente que traición como por un miligramo de Roma. Solo por el piso había que pusieron de todo me dio. Durante la vía, salamos el brille. Como barrer la basura de la vicente cuadrilla. Sigue tirando como bulla por el lado pedazo. Pero sigo muy pequeño por estar como allá. Con todos los grupos que van a invierta con marrón. Quieren ser los récords de Dios. Tu barrera, los récords de guerra. Nos pasamos, dime, nos estamos metiendo. Queríamos como jugada, no queda nada. Como Instagram con la mitad de la cuenta con bolas de principal para ocurrir el tipo a tu carrera, a tu carrera casada, pero está tirada. Al frente de tu papel,
So many different types that can be effective.
There's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters.
Solito compite con la seca, demasiado hay que me campo por la eca. Oigo por ahí que vengan bien unos colegas, pero son la migración y mi lumbre. No me llega, me brega con golpe bajo, pero él te gatilla. ¿Por dónde vas a dar mesita debajo de mí? Tú te quedaste aterrada en la forma de fluir. Tú no son doble, te pones que cantando de ti. Tú no has visto en el pico, pero yo me hice de puerta. Llevo para tus ojos, tiene la vista gorda. Que te mato a puerta de carro, no me hables. Que doy un canal fronteándole al dueño del cable. Tú tienes razón, es imposible. Nuestra ética no es compartir.
Fui de todo nuevo convertible. Tu carrera fue que se quedó sin combustible. Tira tu fusible, pero salí ileso. Tú no eres el primero que le quilla mi progreso. Pensaba que tú le tripas tener más peso. Felipe, el talento de tempo quedó preso. No salga de preso, mejor quédate en casa. Sufre del colesterol y estoy soltando grasa. La pared en la casa, la planta de vez. Lo que tú McLaren, yo lo gato en un mes. Yo no lo hago. Llévalo por donde lo matisco. Llévalo por donde lo matisco.
Sometimes it's to ignite it.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, what a surprise. James Harden has finished a play with contact and gets a chance for the three-point the old-fashioned way. Nicely done, James.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Powell inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Powell's got 5.
Wow, with contact in the restricted area, Norman Powell, pretty play.
Pass to Robinson. Rebound by the Clippers. And here's Los Angeles. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Back to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard battles for 2.
Well, with a 7'3" wingspan, Kawhi Leonard can beat even good defense with that reach.
Here's Payne. New York, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 12. Harden surveying the D. .122 left in the third quarter of the game. And Leonard has it in the corner. For 3. Leonard lets it rip from 3.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
And there's the call on Miles McBride. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Harden right side. Zubac. Harden outside. Back to Zubac. Towns with the steal. Here's Hart. Out to Brunson. And the Knicks miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
He misses the free throw.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he sinks the second. The Knicks leading by 6. To end the drought, here's Brunson. Brunson, hard finish inside.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
Back to Zubac. A 3 from Leonard. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. New York ahead, up 8. And we're
the Knicks, 45.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Brunson with it. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, as always, Jalen Brunson making the right play. This guy loves to set up his teammates.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And the Clippers making a change here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, you have to love how Jalen Brunson orchestrates this offense. So good at getting the ball where it needs to be.
Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
Clock at 6. On deep, Brunson. Clippers trailed by 11. Bridges with the steal. This one for 3. Brunson, no good. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Coffey. Pass to Mills. Stolen by Brunson. Moving it up. That's tipped. Out to the right wing. Here's Coffey. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Out to Bridges. From past the arc. The shot comes out. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And so here are the Clippers. They trail by 11. And here's Harden for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Anunoby outside. And Anunoby slams it in.
Let's remember this is 6'8" with some hops. OG Anunoby with the dunk.
Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Dunn. And the Clippers have possession. It's a 13-point game.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Leonard looking around. Shot clock at 6.
Well, really good effort on defense from Jalen Brunson, really making it hard on his man to try to score.
To the inside. Anunoby outside. Anunoby can't get that one to fall. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Brunson outside. And the Knicks miss again. And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Zubac. Powell with it. Brunson covering. Back to Zubac. Done outside. Outside Leonard. Another miss by Leonard. New York leading by 13. Here's Brunson. Got a piece of it. Leonard inside. The Knicks pull it in.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for New York.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Here's Simmons. Can they get it? Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is so skilled at using his athleticism and strength to draw the contact. How about the end-one opportunity?
And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Los Angeles on D. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Count it. Good.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Towns with the steal. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks.
Bread, sitting properly. Yeah, I'm Hall of Fame and got it raining in my zone. Let's make arrangements for some live entertainment later on. I'm so rich, I'm clutching, I'm tougher than Jimmy Butler. Gotta see and double, you should double dribble. dribble, bounce that in my direction. I'm a champ, no game 7 in my section. I'm throwing hundreds, look at how they ball it. I know she love it, love the way I'm ballin'. Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning. Mamba in the garden. I know she love it. Girl, you see me ballin'. I know she love it. Girl, you see me ballin'. Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning. Mamba in the garden. Rick Owens on the feet, I guess I'm Euro stepping high. Cooking, yeah, I'm chefing, I don't miss like stepping out. In my section live, I say come here and she comply. Then proceed to throw it back on me, that throw me on my. She think I'm a layup, then she must not know about me. She think I'm the one, she must think that I'm Kyrie. Learn to shoot the tray, young, been had a J like take, come. Falling that, stand tall in that, she think I'm 8'1". I'm a hooper to be honest, truly a baller, baby. I'm like Luka, I'm like Giannis, so you could Hall of Fame me. I'm so far from JV, I'm Kobe, I'm Mamba, baby. I 24-8, do what it take. Keep a full tank, all gas, no brakes. I'm throwing hundreds, look at how they ball it. I know she love it, love the way I'm ballin'. Michael Jordan.
Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Lillard fires away from way outside. Brown grabs the board. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Now here's Jokic. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
The marriage of a big man and touch. There it was from Jokic.
Portis outside. Lillard looking around. Here's Lopez. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
A nice shot by Lillard.
Well, he's a score-first kind of guy, Lillard. You want to construct your defense to try and swarm him to contain him when he has the ball.
Back to Murray. Pass to Brown. Here's Gordon. 5 on the clock. And he drops it in from the low post.
Good adjustment on the inside that time, getting the shot off from Aaron Gordon.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up, but Murray also can dish it, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Now a timeout called by Denver.
Number 4, Russell Westbrook.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Murray. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
On the wing, Porter. Pass to Jokic. Now Murray. From the wing. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Good shot, gone bad. You gotta finish there.
Lillard left side. .156 left in the first quarter of the game. And Giannis throws it down.
And not much a defender can do against Giannis there.
And so Murray will bring it up for Denver. 4-point game. It's stolen by Trent. Antetokounmpo. And the big finish by Giannis.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
And a great job, Murray, just getting inside the defense and knifing his way in.
Pass to Lopez. And a miss there on the triple. Nuggets trail by 4. Porter with it. Portis picks him up. Westbrook with it. Out to Gordon. And here's Jokic outside. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And Giannis throws it down.
That's a nice move on the bounce from Giannis, showing that the tools are getting sharper.
From 15 feet away. And that one comes up a bit short. So it's Denver now. They trail by 6. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Lopez for 3. Nuggets trail by 5. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Jokic missing. And here's Milwaukee now. Porter looks it over. Pass to Lopez. Nails it from 3. Lopez has got 8.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Milwaukee. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Milwaukee?
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you.
And Portis attacking with some confidence. That's in his range.
Pass to Strother. Fires the 3. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, have the ball in their hands, and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
So both teams making some changes here. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Murray for 3. Smith with the rebound. The Bucks leading by 8. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Prince can't hit. The Nuggets on offense. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Shot clock at 6. Murray from outside. Smith with the rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend them on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Porter's shot is off.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Pass to Smith. Kuzma outside. Outside Porter. Fires for 3. And he buries his first look.
And shots like this help Porter Jr. get into a rhythm. Connecting off the catch only helps his confidence.
Count it.
Well, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Here's Brown. Prince grabs the miss.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Porter. Pulls up. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Milwaukee leading by 11. Yep, count it.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
To the wing, right side. To end the run. Brown's shot is good.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
The 3 from Prince. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Outside for Porter. The baseline J is on the way. No good, a bit long that time. Pass to Prince. Portis outside. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Yeah, check out the ups on Porter. Leaping off the floor and playing over the defense.
And here's Jokic. Gordon on the wing. Oh, Jokic hammers it home.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. Smith outside. Back to Porter. He takes it in. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Nice job by Porter Jr. attacking the interior, going after a close-range shot.
For 3, Gordon. Can't hit that one. Got it up. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Milwaukee now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They've done a great job containing Westbrook, and with his explosiveness, that is not an easy task. We'll be back in a moment. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Inside. And Jokic throws it down.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Gets it down to single digits.
And Porter with good focus just to find some room in the mid-range.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lillard. Here's Prince. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Antetokounmpo for three. And it's Porter with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Milwaukee making a switch here. Ooh, poked away. Lillard outside. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Gets the three to fall. Prince has got himself on the board with a three there.
Well, when he's spotted up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
To the inside. Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Pass to Lopez. Screen by Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Oh, and the jam by Giannis.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Denver calls timeout. Here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Pass to Jokic. Stolen by Jackson. Lillard outside. Takes the three. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
And Lillard can knock these things down in his sleep. He makes it look so easy.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie.
Well, the defense sinking and filling the lane, but Lillard stops short and floats one over the top.
Lopez on the double team. And again, it's Denver missing. Milwaukee leading by 15. Antetokounmpo outside. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Green. Now Lopez. Back to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo for three. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic with it. He's got 12. Back to Murray. Gordon outside. Down low. Lopez with the steal. The three. And that's good. Jackson for three. Jackson's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Bucks.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Nuggets trail by 18. To the paint. Pass to Murray. Screen by Gordon. To the middle. And Gordon with the big finish.
You just wonder where Jamal Murray is going to go. This guy is a terrific combo guard.
Lillard outside. On the wing, Green. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Green's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Gordon on the wing. Outside Porter. Pass to Westbrook. Over Green. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks out in front by 19 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Time for a quick break. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Now Lillard. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
And Damian Lillard can just create any time with the ball handling skills he possesses.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Denver. For three, Westbrook hits the trifecta. Westbrook's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
He buries it from three.
Well, you got to be aware of Murray there. You just know he's aiming to get payback with a triple.
Lillard into the lane. Lopez for three. Brown grabs the board. Nuggets trail by 18. And he drives in. Šarić left side. Outside Murray. Back to Šarić. Outside Watson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get one up. Šarić shot is off. Milwaukee leading by 18. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Jackson can't get it to go. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Šarić. Now Murray. Defended by Jackson. Murray inside. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lead of the game was 21. Lillard up top. And the dunk by Lillard.
And don't let the size fool you. Damian Lillard, he can get up there.
The Nuggets want a timeout. Nuggets trail by 20. Pass to Gordon. And here's Jokic outside. Rebounded by Lopez. Jackson on the wing. Lillard outside. Oh, somehow misses the one-handed flush. Murray with it. Jackson in his pocket. Here's Brown. And another miss by Denver. Milwaukee leading by 20. Jackson on the wing. Lillard outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Now Gordon.
Milwaukee foul. Jackson. First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Brown's shot is good.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. That won't go. 5 for 10 from the floor. Gordon outside. Pass to Brown. There's the three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Bucks.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Brook Lopez.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight. Flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
It doesn't take much or long for Lillard to catch fire. An incredible offensive talent.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 on the clock. Lopez can't hit. And they get it back. From downtown. The shot by Lillard, no good. Tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lopez.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Kicks it out to Westbrook. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And Lillard puts up a deep three. And another miss by Milwaukee. And here's Denver. Here's Najee. Soft touch off the glass.
Assisted by.
We've got 13 seconds left in the game. Lopez for three. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Fires away from way outside. Off the mark. And so it's Milwaukee easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that about wraps it up.
right foot, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Speed it up, walk around. Yeah, slow it down, walk around. Yeah, slide, walk around. Yeah, everybody walk around. Yeah, you know the name of the game. You ain't gotta like me, but you gotta pay me the same. We at down in Resort, see me up on the stage. I done did it before, I'm about to do it again. Whoa, I hit my two-step, then whoa, counting blue strips like whoa. Girl, you got some on you, whoa. How you? Let me see you walk. Yeah, walk around. Left foot, right foot, walk